Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for finishing out this detox process with us. We wanted to take a moment and just share a little bit about our personal journeys and how it didn't, we're not where we are at because we stopped at 14 days. And we want to give you some heart to heart and just a little bit of our personal stories. So I'm going to go ahead and start with mine. And I personally started my own health and fitness journey before Beachbody. And what I did was I started eating well, and I watched a lot of documentaries, which is how I educated myself. And I did really well. It was very much similar to the detox menu that you saw. But I'll tell you what, I wasn't happy with the lifestyle. And I lost a lot of weight very quickly. And I started I tried doing a gym. I also tried doing some in-home programs. But I never knew what to do next. And I never knew, like, I couldn't afford a personal trainer. And so I kind of felt like I was just throwing my health and fitness journey up in the air and hoping for results. And when life hit, I went back to that which I knew, which was eating for comfort, making excuses for why I'm not eating the way that I'm eating, why I'm not working out, so on and so forth. And I experienced a miscarriage on January 28th of 2014, where I hemorrhaged, and I was put on bed rest during that process. During that time, I was on bed rest for almost a month, and it was a really, really hard time. I ended up experiencing post-loss depression, if that's the way to describe it. And I would say that it was like more of a 50-50. I worked out or I didn't. I ate well or I didn't. And, I played in the end yo-yo with my body. And as I was approaching my 1-year anniversary of this loss, I really had to have a real heart-to-heart with myself and be real and say, this isn't working. And so one of the things that happened as to why I kind of stopped working out specifically in home was because I had purchased a program. It's called T25. And, those ones where you purchase from the infomercial and then you put it on the shelf and you never touch it. That happened to me. Well, I was doing that workout when I found out there was no heartbeat. And when I miscarried. And so in my mind, as much as I wanted to believe, or as much as I knew it not to be true, I definitely fed myself lies that it was my fault that I miscarried, specifically because I was doing a high intensity workout. And so I didn't finish that program. And as I was approaching my 1-year anniversary, I kept feeling the need to fight my giant, to face my giant. And so January 1st, not because it was a New Year's resolution, but because I just did not want to start a new year. I didn't want to go further the way what I was doing. And so at that point was when I decided to face my giant. And so I pressed play. Beachbody offers programs that they could be as little as 1 week, like a clean weight program that we offer, or it could be as long as 16 weeks. It really is up to you. And then they also vary in time. For this one specifically, it is in 3 phases. So there's an alpha, beta, and gamma. And 5 weeks, 5 weeks, and 14 weeks. And I'm sorry, 5 weeks, 5 weeks, and 4 weeks. And so I said, I'm doing this. I pulled out that calendar, I hung it on that wall, and I checked off every single day. And yes, things happen, life happens, because it does. And I think I finished it all in all in about 16 weeks. And as I shared about it, I had people approaching me, friends, right? Approaching me about doing this regularly, becoming part of a group and this type of community. So I'm not doing it by myself. And I prayed about it, and I talked to my husband, and that's what birthed Your Coach Carmen. So I joined a group with one of my dear friends. And then since then, I have created my own group. And I share because that happened over 2.5 years ago. January is soon approaching us. So that happened almost 3 years ago. But I made a commitment to invest in myself, which is to drink my Shakeology every single day and to work out every single day. That has not changed, with the exception of when I was on bed rest for the end of my last pregnancy, and, you know, very isolated events. And my nutrition has been on point. And so I'm going to leave you with that to just kind of think on. I also had a successful gestational diabetes pregnancy where I did not put 1 ounce of insulin nor any ounce of added sugar-free items like aspartame and chemical-based products into my system while I was pregnant with my 3rd son, because of being able to use Shakeology and having fitness once a day. I don't kill myself. I definitely have removed from having regrets. I just move forward every single day. And that is what I would love, love, love to see each one of you guys be able to do. I'm going to let Ruby share, and then I'll close this out.
Hi, ladies. I am just so just thankful for these past 2 weeks and looking back. And I just want to share with you, just kind of as Carmen was sharing, you know, I started January 2016, and I'm so excited because 2018 is around the corner. And I just want to share that for me, when this detox ends, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to stop eating all these vegetables and hearty foods and yummy foods that we're eating, simply because I know what it's like to start over and to begin to eat right, exercise, drink your shake every day, and then stop. And then all that hard work, all that mental work, all the physical and emotional, you know, part of it is hard to bring back on again. You know what I mean? So for me, just these 2 years and just sitting down and thinking about it and reflecting, as I've been asking you ladies to reflect and to put thoughts into it, I have been doing the same. And I started last year, or 2016, and when I started, the first week, it was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I wanted to be healthier. I knew I wanted to lose weight, but I wanted to lose weight because I took a picture of myself in just, you know, my bra and my sports bra and some shorts. And I thought, I didn't realize like all the weight I had put on. And so I had hid my weight very well in the way I dressed, you know, and getting ready. But that was a real eye-opener for myself of just being unhealthy. And so I began to work out and try to figure it out. And like Carmen said, educate myself with certain things. And so I started to work out and go through the motions of that, but I was not eating right. And so I would work out and still eat. I tried to cut out fast food and soda and those kinds of things. And I did do that, which was great. And I did lose weight by the time, you know, 6 months came down the road, but then I plateaued. And so I got very discouraged. Then school started, and I am a homeschool mom. And so I started to put excuses. And anyways, I did this whole yo-yo effect. And then, so I blamed other things, you know, products, this, that, like this isn't working. And it was not that, it was me. I was not being real with myself and showing up and investing in my health the way I should have been, as far as working out, drinking my shake together, and eating right. And so all that has to be taken to effect in order to get the results. And so then, this year started 2017, and Carmen approached me, and I was excited because I was like, yes, I love Carmen. I love the motivation she has, and just, she drives me and pushes me to where I want to be, but I'm like scared to do it. And that's okay. Like, I love her for that, I need that. And so I'm thankful for that. And so I started, and again, I started to do well. And, but then I hit some hard times in my life, March, April of this year. And just, I have 5 kids and I have 2 older teenagers, and I didn't know how to handle all that. And so I began to do the yo-yo effect again. And then when Carmen and me talked about me becoming a coach, I thought, I was scared. I didn't want to do it. I was honestly fearful. Like, what are people going to think? What is this? What is that? And then as I thought about it and I talked to my husband, it was like, this is the accountability I need. This is something that I need to do for myself, to show myself and teach myself and do more research about, nutrition and health and exercising and also discovering who I want to be and how to get to my goals and reach my goals. And it has been so exciting. And as I've invested the time, the effort, the energy, I don't regret any of it at all. And I'm just so excited to see what next year has for not only myself, but with Carmen and you ladies, So all that to say is it works. It works. If you put the time, the effort, you invest, you will see the results. I mean, it does take time. And I have gone from a size 20 to a size 14. And for me, it's like, it's so real. And yes, sometimes I will buy myself that 2X shirt, and I come home and I try it on and I'm like, this doesn't fit me. And my husband's like, I wish, mentally it's still taking me time. There's things that take time for you to realize like, oh my gosh, I fit in a large, like, Ruby, come on. And it's amazing to me, and I am just honored to serve you ladies in this way. And I hope this motivates you and encourages you, because I can honestly say the woman I am today is not the woman that I was a year ago. And it brings me to tears because I am thankful to the Lord, and I am grateful to Carmen and her dedication. And I want to do the same thing for you ladies and for other women that struggle with depression, anxiety, all that we have to deal with on a daily basis in our marriages, with our children, and those kinds of things. I am a better me. When I am doing that plank for a minute, I push myself because I know that I can. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. I know that I am becoming a better, stronger version of Ruby. And so I just hope this encourages you. I hope that this motivates you to take the time to really be thoughtful and to take the risk to invest in you and in your family, because it does make a big difference. And so I'm sorry, Carmen. But go ahead, Carmen. I will let her close out. I pray this blesses you ladies. I pray that, that you will continue to join us and reach out to us.
Man, she sure knows how to get me, huh? Yeah. So, hi, baby. Hi, Mimi.
Hi.
Okay.
So I just we wanted to share each our hearts, and, hearing that reality, it really does bring me to tears. And for no other reason, but for God's glory, really.
Amen.
Because Ruby is a better Ruby. She truly is. And she was amazing beforehand, but man, there's just shine, and we want this for each of you. And what that means for us is, or what that means for you is choosing to join us in our ongoing group. And this is not for the faint of heart. And this isn't, it is very similar to what we have offered to you here, but it does require investment. It requires investment, not because of what we earn. Yes, we are your coaches. And so, of course, there's a commission that comes from that. But that's far, far less important than what it does for you. We are asking you to invest in yourself and invest in you bettering yourself for your family. And so what that means is there's a challenge pack that comes with it. And the value of that challenge pack is well worth it. So there's definitely an investment, and the prices vary depending on when you choose to join. And so we would love to hear more from you about your interests. And we do allow anybody who is committed into our group with enrollment of a package. So please don't let finances stop you from choosing to go forward with us. Clearly, you have joined this group because you know that you need this support. Let us help you. Let us show you how we have made this possible. I promise you, it is not something that is easy for us to maintain, but because we know what it looks like if we don't have this part as part of our lives, we choose to make it a priority. So I'm going to leave you there. Thank you so much for the opportunity to serve each one of you, and we really, really hope to hear you say that you would love to join us in our ongoing group. There's a lot of fun. Yes. There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of heart to heart. There's a lot of accountability. And most importantly, there's a lot of changing of you, starting from the inside out. And when you get the focus off of the physical, it will come. It will come. So please, in comments below, share feedback of your experience with this group and how it has changed your life in the 2 short weeks, and what your final decision is from this point forward. So we know how to go forward, and we know whether to send you an invite or more information. Thank you so much, ladies. It has been a true honor.
Thank you.